Good day, Katie girl. How you doing? I was getting into the second phase of my recording mode for the day, and your name popped up with a bump. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I have been trying so hard to handle the amount of people I have in my inbox in an organized way. It's not working. So, in attempts to not overwhelm myself, because what keeps happening is there are clients who are very sweet and quiet and they get bumped all down, and then there are ones that are very loud and aggressive, and I automatically, as a person working through people pleasing, go with the person who is complaining the loudest, and then it sort of bumps the quieter ones back, which is not the way to go about it. But the inbox is crazy. I have people talking to me about their dreams in there. People just want to follow up about something that came through in their session. uh, People who just like are fans. Just I never expected any of this, and I am very happy for the blessing, but I'm still just one person on the other side of this screen, and it can get quite overwhelming. So thank you for your patience and your gentle bump. As soon as I saw you, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start with Katie because she has been very kind to me. So I already picked a frequency. As soon as I saw your name when you did that bump, right? And I went with, let me show you this, just because you'll probably be able to use this on your own to lock in. This is the High Priestess. Oh yeah, I'm like, hold on, come through. This is the High Priestess frequency on this channel called the Sound Healers. Now I use these tarot cards, sounds, if you will, in order to tap in. From the moment that I start thinking your name and get prepared to do the session, though, I am already starting to lean towards your frequency, your vibration, so that I can funnel what you need to know through me. The High Priestess is what came up for you. The theme of this reading, or this sound, right, says Sacred Illuminata Awakening. This is like you stepping into enlightenment and accepting, like, I know things, but I don't know things, but I know. Is the energy here. So I'm actually going to start by shuffling my handy dandy homemade deck. Let's see what comes up. Okay. So I got dreams first and foremost, right? So we're going to be getting into the significance of your dreams. I'm feeling like, for the fact that you need to pay heavy attention to them because they're important. But Goofy, and let me turn this sound down a little bit. They got like, right? Goofy was on the back. What that immediately made me feel like was you have such a great sense of humor that you're not taking any of this too seriously, but you're also not taking it seriously enough, because your dreams are trying to tell you things. You do know things that you have no business knowing, and it is literally 5:55 on the clock. So I'm going to start with this African goddess rising, which I'm pretty sure is no coincidence, to see what your dreams have been trying to tell you. So what have Katie's dreams been trying to tell her this? There you go. But that's the theme of the Sacred Illuminata Awakening. Wake up to your gifts. Acknowledge your gifts. Celestial alignment. It's time already. Align already. And that's a song called Already. And it's on the Gift soundtrack. You have to look it up under Beyonce. But that's immediately what this made me feel like. The card is celestial alignment. Right, she's in the sky. She's the rainbow goddess. What this just made me think about is you awakening to your gifts as a messenger, because Iris is the rainbow messenger goddess in astrology. So look at that asteroid in your chart. Let me get you the number. Iris. Because I don't believe I have access to your chart. But it's number 7. So there is something important about you being connected to the rainbow goddess, the rainbow messenger. But your messenger gifts, or what you're waking up to, or what your dreams are trying to wake you up to. You've been receiving messages in your dreams. So you're being asked to share those. This is shine. But you notice in both, there's a goat. That made me feel like it's time to climb the mountain. I know that's petty, but that's what it felt like. It's time to rise up out of the position you assumed you were in. And that's being backed up here. by this worthiness and scarcity. There's a feeling of who am I to have these gifts? Maybe other people in your family aren't really supportive of that because it's asking you to step out of your estimation of yourself, out of your like, because even this card, there's a woman behind her, right? And this is the scarcity card. So there's somebody in your head from your family line that's holding you back from stepping fully into your gifts. What is the universe saying? Surrender. What is placed on you is for you to know. Not everybody knows your anointing. And some people are going to assume that what they came to do in their estimation of you is correct also. No, baby, God has secret conversations and secret things that are just for you. So don't let anybody stop you from what you came to do because it's not what they came to do, right? You're being asked to surrender to your creativity, to whatever is coming through you. And I'm going to say start with journaling your dreams because they're probably wild. But if you write them down before your feet hit the floor, that's just a subconscious jogger when your feet hit the floor, sort of messes everything up. Write down what happens in your dreams, whatever you can recall, smells, sounds, colors. And then over time, you're going to be building sort of a mosaic that pulls stuff together. You're going to be like, oh, I had this dream about such and such. And it's connected to this. But I wouldn't have known that if I had not written it down in here and noticed that on like November 3rd, I had this dream about such and such because the dream didn't get completed until December such and such. You know what I mean? So I'm getting the ping now to pull on what new traits or skills you are developing as you step into your high priestess energy. And the high priestess is the one that can hear from God, the one that can deliver messages from God directly to the people. Not everybody can hear and they need a conduit. You're going to become your own conduit. And I'm getting the feeling right now that I am just confirming what you've already been hearing. So what new characteristics are being developed? The ability to share revelations. Like you're going to be able to discern your dreams or understand what they were trying to tell you. So dream interpretation. Guide. But you see it's an owl. So first of all, this is seeing through the dark that's representing. But revelations, helping other people see through their own darkness as well. So guide was the card. And the word it says across the top represents the nature of the divine and life and in yourself. Next, thief. But this thief is not like bad thief. The words actually says sheds lights on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. This is a cultivating mission. Now keep in mind the high priestess is connected to the moon. This is somebody who goes off their intuition, their maternal energy, maybe even the gifts passed down from your maternal family line, which is why this could be like a subject when it comes to the other women in your family, because saboteur comes up next, right? But you're going to be fighting your inner saboteur or anybody else who tries to sabotage you while also confronting the part of you that has been a victim or victimized. Because you had these gifts as a child, but they were not accepted. So you became instead a shapeshifter. You learned to switch up the mask so that you did not feel this victimization. But the time has come for you to rise out, right? So the same way that I'm talking to you and empowering you now and letting you know that there have been people around you that were holding you back from your own self, you're going to be doing that for other people because this says highlights your fears of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. You're going to have your own awakening to your own stuff first. And then when you come across people who have the same problem, you'll be able to recognize it off top. You'll just have the data already in your head, so to speak. So that'll be mixed with what you know from dreams and just your natural magical essence, the words that you are compelled to speak to other people once you step into their bubble. This thief here is you pointing out what has been stolen from people. And there might be some throat stuff going on for you because you couldn't express yourself, because that definitely just caught me off guard. My throat was like, but what can't be stolen, or what was hidden within them? What is in their shadow that they're not aware of? Okay, so I'm getting that this is a self-care healing journey here. So I'm going to pull out my 3 healing decks for this because I keep hearing in my head, it's time already, a line already. Such a great song. Mhm. You know, I got to put my decks up in between or it drives me crazy. Like I can't have cards everywhere all the time. Sometimes I can stack them and do it, but that's not what this feels like. This feels very organized. Like you might have heavy Virgo in your chart or 6th house planets. Like you got to get it together. You got to know what's going on. It has to go in a certain way. So let's see. I'm going to start with the heal yourself deck. Because you will be letting go of or releasing other people's opinions or their thoughts about what you should do or who you should be or anything because you're not that person at all. You were who you had to be to survive, but you were stepping into your era, your awakening era of who you really are, which is awesome, right? No more masks. Okay, so what does Katie need to know about her healing journey that's coming up or in progress? All you have to do is open up. I'm getting. All you have to do is say, I accept, and that'll get the ball rolling. Yep. So you've been holding off. See procrastination. You knew this was coming. Is that the moon in the background too? That's a clock. Thought it was the moon. You've been holding off. You've been like, oh, I don't have time to deal with this. All you have to do is say yes, surrender, and then you're going to be guided, right? This is how teachable are you? Can you follow the signs? Can you follow your dreams? Can you follow your instincts? Because all they're trying to do is lead you into self love and happiness and discovering your life purpose. Because right now, you are on a track for a life that others wanted for you. There is something else that God wants for you. This Phoenix rising, okay? Didn't I say like all this whole time I was feeling like you're moving into a new tier of self. But at that time, you're gonna find your actual family, your soul tribe, the people who have been missing you. It's like we get put into families to teach us a lesson so that we can appreciate ourselves more. It also means that we come into a family line that needed some chains broken. So we do that for them by being this Phoenix energy in the family and changing everything that came before. So you're being asked to take off your mask and don't be afraid of rejection. Because if God is backing you up, whose rejection really matters? They don't know what the Most High has planned for you. So they can talk to their blue in the face, but you cannot stop God's plan. So you're being asked to take off that mask that you've had to wear since you were a little girl. I'm getting something like maybe, I don't want to say you had a smart mouth, but you knew stuff and you were inquisitive and people were like, oh, you stay in the child's place. Is more the energy, but you took that as a something was wrong with you. That's why this self-love thing is what you're being pushed into. You've been putting yourself off as a top mission in your life. Like you've been here for everybody else but you in this life, and that can be no longer. So you putting yourself off is the thing that's throwing everything off. You can literally just sit in a prayer and say, God, I surrender. I surrender to what you have for me. And I trust that despite the fact that I have a million things going on and I think this is what you got me focused on, or I think this is what I should be focusing on, I'm going to give it over to you and I'm going to trust that you're going to move my mind where it needs to be and align me with the storyline that you want for me. And in this case, it feels like you're going to be starting something that's empowering for other people, something completely different than what you've been doing. So, what power, and this is the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Let me show you, just in case you feel drawn to it, because you will need these cards as you're starting to step into your gifts and discern more what messages are coming through you. Although I'm getting that you're a natural psychic and you'll just know stuff when you step into people's energy, but this is a good way for you to back up what you already feel up here. So, what gifts is she stepping into in 606 on the clock? What gifts is she stepping into? What power is she stepping into? Oh, okay. So release your guilt. Once again, that feeling of feeling like something was wrong with you because you knew things, you said things that made people uncomfortable, but it's your blessed, cursed gift. This says release your guilt. Clover. Now, what is the spiritual significance of clovers? Because I do remember having them at one point when I was doing candle work. So let's see. Clover spiritual meaning. This also, once again, makes me feel like you have Virgo energy because when you have Virgo spiritual energy, and you're going to be learning about cloves and lavender and all that sort of stuff, the things that you can use to make the human experience easier, along with learning all the spiritual stuff. Clover, not four leaf, y'all. Leave me alone. I'm talking about the other clover, like the herb. How do I write that? People are so obsessed with the four leaf one. There's a whole nother thing that is not the herb. It keeps coming to this. Do I not have a choice? Because that's not the. Oh, hold on. That is the clover in this photo. I was thinking about the other one that's brown and little. I used to use it in my spell work in the beginning, but no, these are four-leaf clovers. See, and I kept refreshing. That's what let me know that maybe I was looking at something wrong. That's another way you'll recognize a sign. If you refresh your feed and it's still there, or you keep getting the same answer again, it's the correct one. You were just trying not to acknowledge it. So the four-leaf clovers are said to represent faith, hope, love, and luck. Finding a four-leaf clover is believed to bring good fortune. Release your guilt. Embrace the fortune that is in alignment with the person that the Most High would like for you to be. This is free yourself. This goes with that releasing gift. But at the end of that, because I said, what what gifts are you getting? This is wage. Woman in total control of herself. That's how I like to put it. Because like I don't like that term. That's like the term nigga. Like people died for that. I'm not repping that. Like I don't like to not say it because it offends the other people who are super into the witchy aesthetic and they like the term as a rebellion, the same way that some people like the term nigga as a rebellion. But if I am saying that I am a conduit for what God wants people to know on this planet, which is not it. That's why I say metaphysician. Like I use my spiritual knowledge to help you figure out what you need to heal. And you're human. What's wrong with your soul? What is throwing you off? That feels like so much more than this. And I feel like even though this is the card that popped up here and this you stepping into your high priest energy, you're going to feel like you're so much more than that too. You cannot box me in this thing, but you are opening the closet, opening the door to your abilities. Because what comes after that? On your throne, you're taking your crown back, and it says feast. So I'm getting cornucopia energy, like everything that you've been asking for. Slow down and celebrate yourself. It says. Oh, that was what we were saying the whole time. Well, it's we now, girl. Uh, that procrastination, it was all procrastination around you. Like you're running around doing everything for everybody else. But when it comes to you, like, all right, I'll do this on the back burner. That's cool. No, surrender, surrender, give in. And then opportunities will be made as soon as you stop denying yourself what you need for yourself and give the universe permission to guide you. It's going to loosen up. So, what does she need to focus on for self care? What does she need to focus on for self care? Dancing. This feels like you need to loosen up your energy and shake out some fear and some old feelings from your root chakra. Make a vision board. I feel like this has to do with your dream journal too, but your vision board is in alignment with what you actually want for yourself, not what you have right now, because what you have right now is in alignment with what you thought would make you feel like you were successful, what you thought you needed in this life. Now I'm getting you need to dream big, baby. Can't make this. What they say? Dream journal. Your dreams are prophetic. And you also need to get some more sleep so you can go into dream cycles. You're not going all the way in time just because you have so much on your mind. So along with, once again, that Virgo energy I was feeling about you getting in the herbs and scents and stuff, drink tea. But I'm getting that you need to play around with different types of tea, like sleep teas, wake up teas. And this is not just like a celestial seasonings tea. No, you playing around with different remedies. Like when I first started, I was trying mugwort tea to increase my dreams, because that's what mugwort is for. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to walk into like a herb shop and look at what you're drawn to and then create your own concoctions. This is you stepping into your glow up era as the what's the word I want to use? The first lady of your family. That's the first lady. So I'm pulling now to close with an empowering message for you to lock into, to confirm what you already know, and to send you on your way, because you're going to need some sort of message to keep in your head when you change, or when you're starting to change and people start to push against your change. It's because it makes them uncomfortable and it makes them question themselves and where they're at. If you're changing so much, oh my goodness, I must be stagnant. She can't change. No, baby, don't let them slow you down. This is your journey. And if you're not progressing, if you're not growing, are you still on the journey? Nah, you're paused. Life is about growth. You keep moving. The moment that you're not moving, what's gonna happen? God gonna be like, oh, you don't need your time here no more. Yoink. So what is the message of empowerment for Katie today? I like the yoink though, because that's really how it goes. He was just here yesterday. He wasn't moving. He wasn't growing. So beautiful. First, uplift. This is like the third or fourth or fifth card that says you are rising, right? Let me make sure you can see that picture too, just in case it has something significant in there that stands out to you. But it says, we all rise together, celebrate the successes of others, share the joy of their triumphs. We are all connected. So when we lift others up, it raises our vibration. Your job is empowering others through the messages and dreams that come through you. Worth. This goes back to your feelings of being worthy. Like, can I do this job? Am I supposed to? Girl, yes. You have that mouthpiece for a reason. Also ruled by Virgo and Mercury. You deserve goodness. You are worthy of love and blessings. It is your birthright. Regardless of your belief, grace, guidance, and gifts created just for you await your open heart. I started having two thoughts going on to slow me down. But no, your open heart, your acceptance that you're nothing like you thought you would be, but you're so much more. So, communication. I'm not sure exactly why this is coming up. Maybe you haven't shared your insights or your feelings, or allowed anybody else to be to you what you are to everybody else, but that's what this is saying. Let somebody in. Create space for dialogue. You are being called to either facilitate healing or to heal communication with others. Reach out and clear the air to listen and speak your truth. And then last but not least, because I'm being pulled to it, compassion. Behold the divine in others. See beyond the behaviors of others. Resist trying to analyze a person's character. See them through the eyes of love and witness them with acceptance. So this is letting me know that you're going to come across somebody, possibly many people are going to pop up that you need to clear out old stuff with, and you're going to have to communicate. But even when they're coming at you with the undeveloped energy or anything, don't feed into it. Realize that they had their own battle, their own stuff that they went through, and there's a reason why they're not easing on down the yellow brick road. But don't let that stop you from what you came to do. Speak your piece and listen to them from your heart. You can hear their hurt when you listen to somebody's heart. Even when they're throwing stuff at you, you're like, oh, baby, that's just your hurt that's coming at me. You don't understand what I'm doing or what I'm being called to do, because you can't see past the trauma that bound you. We all have to go through this at our own pace. And you are being asked to start moving down your road so that you can be a beacon to others, because there's a whole soul track waiting for you. So thank you for your patience. You have a good day.